dear students, welcome back to my channel. We are learning ICSE 10 biology. Till now, we have covered almost all the chapters: structure of chromosome, genetics, absorption by roots, with all the question answers from the back of the textbook as well. So, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do. Please do share with all your friends all the videos so that they can learn with me as well. So, in transpiration chapter, right now you can see my screen. I hope in that you can see the definition of transpiration. Very important to cover two important things. One is in the form of water vapor, loss of water. First key point, from aerial parts of the plant. Another thing that I've marked here, you can notice, is the amount of water that the plant eventually uses among how much it is absorbed. So if 100% of water is absorbed, only 2% it uses. The rest is lost as transpiration. Very important for you from the exam point of view. Now let us go and learn all the experiments from the chapter. Plant physiology experiments are something that many of you struggle with, but it is simple and you should know what to learn as well. So let's go. First and second experiment is to demonstrate transpiration, meaning to show that transpiration occurs. First experiment, what do we do and what are the things that you should keep in mind? Here, you're keeping a well-watered plant in sunlight. Before you keep it in sunlight, you have to cover the shoot part, that is stem and leaves. Why is that none? Why not the entire pot is the first question you should remember. And for that, the answer is that if you cover soil and the pot and the rest of the entire plant itself, let's say this part, you will have some water evaporating from here. I hope one answer is clear to you. Second one, once you do this, you keep it in the sunlight and then you observe, what do you see? You see water droplets inside the plastic cover which you have used for covering the shoot. Alright, now next possible question. And what are those water droplets? It is water evaporated from the leaves in the form of transpiration. So please write, it is transpired water in the form of water vapor. Answer. Next question is, what could be possible control for this? Control means what? Control means another completely entire setup wherein whatever you are studying is absent. The conditions for which you are studying is absent. So what is the control plant here? The control plant would be to keep a polythene cover without the plant itself. That could be the control for that. Okay. You can see here empty polythene cover with its mouth tied but no plant is there. That is a control setup. So two setups. One is this setup where you have the plant. You covered it with plastic cover. Only the shoot you covered. That is the first setup, which is the experimental setup. Second is a control setup. In that, it is keeping the plastic cover. Obviously, there will not be any water droplets. Why? No transpiration is happening. Second experiment. Here you can see there are three setups, 1, 2 and 3, and C is marked as control. So what is it? Let's learn. In the first setup, and this is also for what purpose? Aim of the experiment, one mark question, to demonstrate transpiration. Let's see. First case, what are we doing? You are keeping a plant, well-watered plant. Because why well-watered? Because it should have enough water for transpiration to occur. Otherwise, it will transpire definitely, but it will start wilting. Okay. So then you keep a plant, you cover it with a jar like this. It's called as a bell jar. It is a glass jar and you keep it in the sunlight. Second setup, the same thing, plus you're keeping a cobalt chloride paper. Okay, so cobalt chloride paper is a normal paper with cobalt chloride chemical on it. The chemical gives blue color. Third setup is where plant is missing, but cobalt chloride paper is there. You've covered it with the bell jar. Alright. Now what happens? What are we checking? After some time, 2 hours let's say, Inside of the glass jar, you will see water vapor condensed. Okay, what is that water vapor condensed? Due to transpiration, water vapor has come out, evaporated from the leaf surface, and it has got stuck. Transpiration has occurred. Second setup, same thing you will observe. Other than that, one more observation would be this blue color cobalt chloride paper would turn pink. Why is that? Because that is the speciality of this cobalt chloride paper. It turns pink in presence of moisture or water. Please remember, there will be one question for you. Cobalt chloride paper indicates dash. First option given to you would be transpiration. Please don't take that as the correct answer. It cannot check transpiration. It can only check water, if water is there or not. You take cobalt chloride paper and add a drop of water to it, it will still turn pink. So it is not checking transpiration, it is checking moisture. But in this experiment, we are using cobalt chloride paper we are using to check transpiration. Please try to understand the difference. So when you get a question like this, cobalt chloride paper indicates moisture. Dry cobalt chloride paper is blue, and the one that you add water to or moisture to will turn pink. I hope both the experiments are very clear to you. We'll continue learning the other experiments in the next video.